George, I thought Wednesday had to be gritty and determined, but with the weather as well out there today, it was a fine performance once again.
Yeah, the elements were a challenge today, but being a northern lad, it's not something that I've not come up against before, so yeah, brilliant. The boys were outstanding. Everyone defended to a man amazingly, and yeah, what a way to cap off a great week.
And you started it all off with that first goal. It was a decent-looking delivery from Greaves. Did it take a touch off McGuinness on the way through?
It took a touch, to be honest, and I seen it come over and just kind of threw myself in the middle, and I think Josh got a tiny little touch to it, and luckily my head was big enough that it hit right bang in the middle of it and went goalwards. So yeah, that's maybe a couple that have just been in the right place at the right time, but yeah, take it every day of the week, and yeah, it's a nice habit that I've got into this week.
And then in the second half, you just had to use your notes from Wednesday, I guess, to put men behind the ball as they launched it in.
Yeah, the manager's spot on saying that the 3 games this week would kind of carbon copies of each other, and you know, Millwall are a tough team to play against. I think the manager said that it's only the 5th time they've been beat, so they don't go down easily. And yeah, obviously they're bringing the likes of like Matt Smith off the bench. You know what to expect, and they're never going to make it easy. And I thought the lads handled it brilliantly. And
it's a defensive display as well, in which you've got younger members of the team, younger centre halves playing in a side where you'd traditionally want maybe older experienced players to just, you know, drag the team, but they're playing like experienced players at the moment, aren't they? Absolutely. Especially Greavesy.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been amazing, and it's a tough learning curve. There's been a few lessons this year, but that's for all of us, and they've seen what they have to produce to get wins in this league, what we all have to produce to get wins in this league, and they'll be brilliant players as they already are for forever their career if they keep going with that attitude, and it's a pleasure to have them in the team at the minute.
You got 4 wins in a row now. How key is it to just keep, you know, feet on the ground going into the next match against Reading to get that 5th win in a row?
Absolutely. Listen, it's the oldest cliche in football. You take a game at a time, but we've showed. I did an interview after the West Brom game where we were kind of in the doldrums, but that was the first performance where I could feel something building in the team, from my experience anyway, and we've went on a great run since then. So I think you know, confidence is obviously huge in football, and being a young side that we are, we're obviously riding high, and you got to keep pushing those young lads to keep performing and keep doing what they've been doing, because they're amazingly talented players, and you know, why not keep telling them how good they are if they're going to keep showing it like they are week in, week out at the minute.
You was the assist king last year for the club, but you're turning into a bit of a goal scoring king at the moment, 3 and 4.
Yeah, maybe I have to work on my celebrations a bit more. Listen, I hand on heart do not care as long as we get that win. So if I need to set up goals or I need to score goals, I'll do whatever I can for the team. And luckily I'm scoring goals at the minute. Long may that continue. If not, I'll find other ways to try and help the team to produce wins for us.
Grant, many congratulations. Testing conditions, but another very solid, hard-working victory.
Yeah, I mean, conditions were terrible, weren't they, for both teams. The wind was swirling everywhere. Really good goal we scored. Excellent bit of play. Great to see George arriving in the box. Great header. And then obviously the goal just before half time was a bit of a sickener for us, really. You know, we should defend that better. Given the fact that we've got 3 centre halves on the pitch, but you know, it's a learning curve for us, and we have to learn from it. But then in response from the second half, you know, the boys were great again for us to score off another corner, second phase albeit, but great to score off a second phase, and Ryan's in the right place at the right time. So all in all, you know, we had to defend again very strongly. Probably the last 15-20 minutes, they brought Smith on, who's one of the best headers of the ball in the division, and we had to be aggressive in our defending and make good blocks, good saves, and we've done that, and it's a really good 3 points for us.
You talked about conceding that goal right at the end of the first half. How much did that help drive the players on for that opening 10 minutes, which resulted in that goal coming at the time it did? I
think we started both halves really well. Second half we started very well, obviously, and we were on the front foot, and we got the goal. And then after that we huffed and puffed a little bit with some half chances, but Millwall came strong, as they do. I think it's the fifth time they've been beat this season. They don't lose many games. They're resolute, they're strong, they're defensively strong. They've got players in the attack that can hurt you. So we had to be on our guard all game, and we done that.
A positive spin on obviously being pegged back to 1-1. How delighted are you with the boys to then obviously go and get that lead back again?
Yeah, well, it's the first goal we've conceded in 4 games. It's always a test of mentality and test of togetherness. At half time the boys were a little bit low, a little bit flat, obviously conceding just before the break. But the message was, look, forget about it, it's gone. We'll look at it Monday. It's gone. We can't affect what's just happened. All we can do is affect the second half and try and put the performance levels like we did for most of the first half in place again. And I thought for 15-20 minutes in the second half we were good. We got the goal, and then we had to defend. We throw bodies in the line. We were defending long balls. It was tremendous defending from us as a team.
George was full of praise for the back 3 or the back 5, however which way you want to look at it. But the other thing as well is it's a very young back line who are playing with what would appear to have more experience on the shoulders than their age.
I mean, it's great for Greavesy, to Sean to be coming up against these centre forwards. Afobe's been at this level for probably 8 years, and he's a top striker at this level. Jed Wallace played up there as almost like a 10. You've got Matt Smith coming on. These lads have played at this level for a long time, and they're top players at the level. So it's a good test for our boys. The 3 of them. There's going to be moments in games when they don't quite get things right. There's going to be moments in games when they get it right. Today proved that. For the majority of the game, they got it right, and it's helped us win the game.
And 3 of these 4 victories have come against hard-working, not old school, but very aggressive in the air teams that obviously you have to do your basics right and make sure that you win those aerial battles to get something from the game.
Today's game is all about second balls, and again the midfield 3 outstanding in terms of picking up second balls and running off people. We had to do that today. We had to be good on second balls. We had to be good on transitions, defensively and attacking. And I thought we were. For large spells of the game today, we were really, really pleased of the performance levels of the team. That's the 3rd game in a week. Distances have looked really good in terms of the numbers as well, the stats, and so the players are, they've earned that. They've shown a real unity and togetherness over the last 3-4 games, and it's resulted in 12 points.